So just start with your knees bent. And you're just going to start, you're going to bend that right knee. So it's like you're sitting cross ankled. So bend your right knee and your left knee. So you have the option. If that's too difficult, you might find it really hard on your hips, you can keep your knees bent, or you try and open your, keep your knees bent, but open your knees wide. But ideally, I want to see if you can bend both knees, cross at the ankles. Yeah, perfect, yeah. See that? Brilliant. So that's our starting position today. You bring the back of your hands on your thighs. Bring your chin to chest. Press your shoulder, bring your shoulders up to your ears. And press your shoulders down. Engage your core. Stay for 3, 2. Now take your chin off your chest and you're going to lift that left knee and place your left foot on the mat. So you leave your right knee down. Your left knee is bent. Bring both hands onto that left knee. Interlace your hands onto that left knee. Keep your right knee pressed down. Then see if you can start to walk that left foot a bit further away from your body. Slide it away. You lift your heels. So that left leg is straight. And just leave your hands on that left thigh. And if possible, you start to bring your chest forward as far as you can go without you lifting your hips off that block. And then lift your chest. Straighten your arms, bend your left knee. Slide that left foot back. And then you lower that left knee down again. So this time you're going to lift your right knee up. So you place your right foot onto the mat. Both hands onto your right knee. Start to slide that right leg away. Straighten it, you lift your toes off the mat. And see if you can bring your chest forward. Just slide your hands down that right leg. And then lift your chest. Start to bend that right knee as you bring your right foot back onto the mat. Slide it back in. And then lower your right knee down. So both knees down again. Now you're going to rotate your chest towards the right side. Bring your hands round. Bring it all the way around to your right side. So it's a twist. They look over your right shoulder. Then slowly come back to center. As we come to the left side, you look over your left shoulder. Try not to round your back, so your back is straight. You press your knees down. Then you come to center. Now lift your right foot, knees, your right foot is on the mat. And then your left knee is onto the mat. You're going to take hold of that strap. So you bring that strap, we'll kind of like cut it in half, wrap it around your neck. You take both ends, take it behind you, to either side of your hip. And you cross it behind you, and you bring it to the front. Now, if you've got that buckle, if you haven't got a buckle, you can just tie it. But if you do have that buckle, we want to tighten that strap. So you thread it through the buckle. It's like wearing a brace, basically. I want you to feel how your shoulders, so normally we round our shoulders, and if you've got this tight enough, you should feel that your shoulders are down, just exactly how your posture should be. So remember, if you don't have that buckle, you can try and use the rubbery one and just tie it. But I want you to feel a little bit of tension, because like you can't really move it. So you feel that tension across the shoulders. As tight as you can have it. And then just bring your hands on your knees. Take your arms wide. Bring your arms behind you, interlace your fingers as you look up. So then engage your core. Release your hands, look forward, bring your hands on your knees. You're going to stretch out both legs this time. So heels down, toes up. And then you're going to walk your hands behind you. So you bring your hands behind you, fingers away from your body. Point your toes, you look up. And if possible, you look back. For 3, 2, 1. Look forward. Walk your hands forward. Hands to your knees or your shin. Let's bring your chin to chest. Feel that stretch across your back. And you slide your hands up your thighs. Bend your knees. Your feet should be hip width apart. Take your arms out in front of you. Palms facing. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up halfway. Just actually not halfway. Just lift your hips off those blocks. And then we're going to count for 5 breaths. We'll remove that top block and then sit down onto the lower block. So come up and just hold. So it's a low chair pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Now release that top block. Lower your hips onto the one block that's remaining. Brilliant, yes. Lower your hands. Bend your right knee and your left knee. Your ankles are crossed. Hands on your knees. Chin to chest. For 3, 2, 1. Slide your hands up your thighs. Lift that left knee to your left foot onto the mat. Both hands onto your left knee. Just see that difference when sitting on 1 block to 2. Straighten your left leg. Now this time, because you've got that tension on your shoulders, you're going to bring your chest forward, but feel the difference that it feels with that strap around your back. Kind of forces you not to round your back. And then you lift. Bend your left knee, lower your left knee down. Bring your right foot onto the mat. Your right knee is bent. Hands on your right knee, slide your right leg away. Chest forward. Slide your hands down. For 3, 2, 1. Slide your hands back up. Bend that right knee. And release. Now you're going to release that strap. Place that strap side of the mat, we'll use it again. Bring both feet onto the mat. Hands out in front, palms facing. Same thing again, we're going to lift our hips up, hold for 5, and then we're going to come all the way up. And before you come all the way up, you're going to bring that block top of the mat. So lift and hold for 3, 2, 1. I want you to take that block, place it top of the mat, bring both hands on the block as you straighten your legs, straighten your arms. I go through your knees. For 3, 2, 1. I want you to bring both hands either side of that block, flat bend your knees, and walk your feet back to downward dog. Lower to plank. Lower your knees. Keep your toes tucked. We're going to take the other block and place it behind your feet. So this time when you come up to downward dog, your heels will be on top of that block. So downward dog with your heels on that block. Toes on the mat. And hold for 3, 2, 1. I go to that block. You're going to step your right foot forward in front of the block. Leave your left heel behind you on top of that block. Now take hold of that strap and we'll come all the way up. Straighten your arms up. Keep your right knee bent. Yes. Take both arms to the right. Come to the center. And come to the left. Come to center. And take both arms out in front of you. Now, as you take your arms out in front of you, lift your left leg up behind you. For 3, 2, 1. Lower your left leg back. Release your strap. Left heel back on that black block. Hands either side of your top block. Step your right leg back. So you're back to downward dog. Left foot forward. So now your left toe is in front of your block, right heel on the block. I feel like the right heel is actually the arch of your foot on that block. Take hold of your strap again. And you slowly come all the way up. Arms up, press the shoulders down. Left knee bend, brilliant. Take your arms to the left. You feel that stretch on your shoulders, on your right side. You come to center, and let's go to the right. Make sure you're breathing. Deep breath in and out. Come back to center. Take both arms out in front of you as you lift your right leg up behind you. 3, 2, 1. Step that right leg back. Release your strap. Hands either side of your block. Step your left leg back. Might need to adjust your block if your block has moved. Now, this time I want you to bring both toes onto that block. So as your toes are on the block, you press your feet down. As if you're trying to press your heels onto the block. Might not reach, mine doesn't. But you should feel that stretch on your calves. 3, 2, 1. I'll slowly lower your hips for plank. 3, 2, back up to downward dog. Lower to plank. For 3, 2. Now you're going to step down. Come back up to downward dog, sorry. You step your right foot forward towards that block. Left foot forward. Hands on your shin as you look up. Hands on your mat, either side of your block. Take your arms all the way up, hands to prayer at the top. Lower your hands down to your chest. Down by your side. Brilliant. Take your arms up. Forward fold, hands either side of your block. Hands on your shin as you look up. Hands on the mat. Step or jump back to downward dog. Arch the top of that block. Bring your toes onto the block. Lower to plank. Back up to downward dog. Lower to plank. back up to downward dog. Step your right foot forward. This time, bring that left foot now back onto the mat, so your left arch is on your block behind you. Take your arms up. We're going to open to warrior two. Now the side of your left foot now should be in front of that block. Warrior two. So your right toes is in front of the front top block, and your left foot is in front of your black block. Back block. Straighten your right leg. You lower your right hand down, left arm up. And see if you can slowly bring those right hands on top of your blocks with a deeper stretch. Don't worry if you can't reach, you know, it's just bring your toes. Or you leave your right hand onto your right foot. So for 3, 2, 1. Wrap your left arm around your back, round your waist. You're going to bend that right knee. So you bend that right knee. And you sandwich that left hand, if possible, between your right thigh and the side of your right side, your body. See if you can really bring your chest. Your side is leaning on your right shoulder. And then you take that right hand to the side of your right block. Now you're going to take that right arm and wrap it around your back. And see if you can take that bind. So you release your left hand, you bring both hands together, stretch your arms away. So your right shoulder is on your right knee. You look back at your left foot. Arms up to this side. Humble warrior. For 3, 2, 1. Now bring those interlaced hands onto your back. Now release both hands. You're going to bring those both hands now onto the mat. So your right shoulder is inside of that right knee. See if you can bend that right knee even further. Did you feel that stretch in your inner thigh? For 3, 2, 1. You lift your hips. Rotate your body so you bring your hands either side of that block. You lift your left heel. You step back to down dog. The left side, you step your left foot forward. So your right arch is on top of that block. You take your arms up. Open up to warrior two. So your right side of your right foot is in the front of that block. Left toes touching your top block. Brilliant. Make sure your fingers are together. Brilliant. See if you can bend that left knee a bit more. Now straighten your left leg. Come into triangle. Left hand down, right arm up. You see if you can bring your left hand onto that block. So it's a deeper stretch. 3, yes. 2. Tina, make sure that arm is not too far back. It should be, yes, that's better. Brilliant, yes. Now you're going to wrap that right arm round your back, round your waist, as you start to bend your left knee. So this time you sandwich that right hand between your left side and your left thigh. Yes. Still looking up. Now see if you can lower your chest even further. As you take your left arm, take it behind your back, you interlace your fingers, we're in that humble warrior position. Your left shoulder is on top of your left knee, arms up to the sky. You look at your back right foot. Now, start to bend your elbows and just bring your hands onto your lower back. Now you're going to release both hands now onto the mat. So your left shoulder is inside that left knee. And then you're going to bend your knee even further. So you feel that stretch in your right hip. So you're on your side, Tina, not your front. So if you just think, so you bend that left knee, So you're still in that warrior two position with your feet. The only difference is that instead of you facing this way, your chest is facing that way. So your left shoulder is inside that left knee, and you lower your hips. So you should feel that stretch in your right side. So Tina, look at me. So see how my legs are? So if you think of the warrior two position, all you're effectively doing is your legs are not moving, your body was normally you're like this. So you bring your chest forward, both hands are inside, that left shoulder is inside of your left knee, so you're facing sideways. And you lower your hips. Yes, that's it, perfect, yes. Brilliant, hold. For 3, brilliant, yes, Viv has modified, if you can't come all the way down, you bring your hands up, brilliant. Now you're going to lift your hips, and we're going to come to the right side, so I feel like people haven't done it correctly, so let's do the right side. So you move your hands, or your hands to prayer, you bend your right knee this time. Your left leg is wide. So you're just going, don't turn around, you're just moving from side to side. No. So, feet are wide. Open your feet wide. Facing, see where I'm facing? Yes, facing forward, yes. So, you bend your right knee. Don't move your chest stays forward. Your legs are wide, feet facing forward. You bend your right knee. Just rotate that right foot out, yes. But your chest is not right, Tina. Your chest is facing that knee, should it be? Yes, keep your chest facing forward. And all you're going to do is from side to side. Yes, that's it. Brilliant, yes. Now you lift your hips, come over to the left side. You bend your left knee. You're just going side to side. Yes, that's it. Brilliant, you've got it. Let's come back, step to the right. Real hip opener stretch. Yeah, that's it. Now would you come back to center? Keep your feet facing forward, hands on your waist, your feet are wide. Keep your chest low. And you lower your hands in between your feet. So your feet between your blocks, hands in between your feet. And you might have to have a slight bend in your knees as you start to bring your head towards the mat. And we say for 3, 2, 1. Now lift your head, straighten your arms. Keep your chest low, take hold of your big toes. Lower your head again. For 3, 2, 1. Lift your head, straighten your arms. Bring your hands into the middle. So depending on which leg you have facing forward, mine is left, yours might be right. You're going to rotate that left foot and you walk your hands all the way to the top of the mat so you come into that lunge. So mine is my left foot, yours could be your right. Step whichever leg back so you're in downward dog. Lower to plank. Lower your knees. Now you're going to bring the tops of your feet onto that block. Walk your hips back. Rest the chest and your thighs. Press the top of your feet on that block. Forehead on the mat. For 3, 2, 1. Come to hands and knees, tuck your toes. Up to downward dog. Step halfway up your mat. Take hold of the strap. And all the way up. Take your arms up to the sky. Lift your right knee. You're going to bring that strap underneath your right foot. To straighten your right leg out in front. Flex your right foot. For 3, 2, brilliant. 1, I'll take both ends of your strap into your right hand as you take it wide. 3, 2, 1, take it back to the center. For 3, 2, you bend, release your strap. Take it back up to the sky. Bend your left knee, strap underneath your left foot this time, straighten out in front. For 3, 2, 1. Both ends in your left hand as you take it wide. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Back to center and hold. For 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Bend your left knee, release. Release your strap. Start to bend your knees. Bring your hands either side of the block. You're going to walk your feet forward, bend your knees, take your hands behind you as you take a seat. Now I want you to take both blocks either side of the body. Straighten your legs out in front. So your hands are on that block. So pressing your hands on that block. See if you can press your hands, push your chest forward. You're going to try and straighten your arms, lift your hips, flex your feet, and release. You release, you bend your elbows. So you straighten your arms, lift your hips. Doesn't matter if it doesn't go too far. And then lower, bend your elbows. You lift your hips. And release. So cross your ankles to leave those blocks where they are. Hands on the mat. Into downward dog. Lower to plank. Lower your knees or your chest. Upward dog. Downward dog. Look forward, you step or jump forward to your hands. Take your hands behind you. Take a seat. Keep your knees bent. Place your hands on that block. So uncross your ankles, Lift your hips. Straighten out your legs. And lower. Brilliant. Bring your right knee to your chest. Take your right arm inside, wrap it around that right leg, left arm around your back. Take that bind and hold. For 3, 2. Now keep your left arm around your back and take that right hand. So you keep your right shoulder inside your right knee and bring that right hand to the outside of your left foot. And you look over your left shoulder. For 3. How far can you twist? 2. 1. Come to center. Release. And just swap sides. So bring your left knee to your chest. Right leg away. Make sure you flex that right foot. Left arm inside. Wrap it around your left shin. Right arm around your back. You take that bind. Forehead towards your right knee. For 3, 2, 1. Keep your right arm around your back. Take that left hand now outside of your right foot. And twist. Look over your right shoulder. Brilliant. Release. Come to center. Stretch out your left leg. Hands on your block. Straighten your arms, shoulders back, lift your hips. Now see if you can bend your knees, your feet onto your mat. Hips are still lifted. Brilliant. Cross your ankles. Lower your knees. Brilliant. Hands on the mat. Up to downward dog. Brilliant. Yes. Lower to plank. Lower your knees, reach. Up and downward dog. And do one more. Step or jump forward to your hands. Hands behind you. Take a seat. Keep your knees where they are. Hands on your block. Lift your hips. Straighten out your legs. And lower. Brilliant, yes. Now, you're gonna bend your knees again this time, just move your blocks away as you bring the soles of your feet together. Have a slight opening. Remember, have your feet like a book, so they're kind of like this, so they're joined at the bottom and open at the top. Thumbs inside your feet, elbows to your thighs, chin to chest. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Let's hold for 3 more. Straighten your arms, hands up by your knees, bring your knees together, hands in your block. Lift your hips. See if you can cross your ankles. Slowly. Bring your knees onto the mat. Hands over the mat. You're in downward dog. Now you're just going to slowly walk your feet forward. You're going to bring just how we started. Take both blocks on top of each other. And then you take a seat. Back onto your block. Yes. See if you can bring both knees down. You should feel that a bit easier now. Back with your hands on your thighs. Chin to chest. Now you're going to take your right hand to your right shoulder. Right hand to your left shoulder, sorry. Left hand to your right shoulder. So basically your hands are crossed over your chest. You bow your head, chin to chest. For 3, 2, 1. Take your arms up wide, bring your arms behind you. Keep your chin on your chest. Interlace your fingers and start to bring your chest forward as you bring your arms to the sky. You lift your chest. Release your hands and take your arms all the way up. Interlace your fingers at the top. And lower your interlace hands behind your head. Keep your elbows wide. And you press your head into your hands and look up to the sky. You round your back as you bring your elbows together. Straighten your back. You take your elbows wide. And you look up. One more time, round your back. Elbows together. Lift your chin off your chest. Open up your elbows. Take your arms all the way up. Bring your hands to prayer. Slightly tilt your head back as you look up to your thumbs. And you lower the thumbs to your forehead for clarity in your thoughts. And as you look forward, you slide your thumbs to your lips. Clarity in your words. Now you take a bow as you slide your thumbs to your breastbone for clarity in your heart. And the light to me, the light to you. Namaste.